Okay, this is Z from the future, but if you're a hand-drawn animator watching this video, stick to the end, because shape-aware deformer, like these new deformers, are stupid easy to use. This is like a hand-drawn animator's dream of just saving time into their crowd shots and whatever, okay? So you'll be able to take one drawing and just animate it with sticks and little cages like that, okay? So stay tuned. Hey everyone, my name is ZeBirdBrain, and today we are talking about Harmony 24, but more specifically, the updates that were made to deformers. So, the original deformers have not really been updated that I know of, but what is really new is we actually created a new kind of deformer. So the new deformers are called shape-aware deformer. So the shape-aware deformer, what they do is they allow you to really like manipulate your drawing in a very, very smooth, advanced way. You know, I had this drawing. And with this drawing, just one little drawing, if I use my shape-aware deformer, I was able to create that advanced of an animation with just one drawing. So before I get too much into the details of the shape-aware deformer, I just want to show you what would happen if I didn't use a shape-aware deformer and instead use the original deformers. Okay, so I'm going to unconnect this and start from scratch. So I have just this drawing. Let's say I go to my deformer toolbar, I get a bone deformer, and I try to put bones into this drawing. First, I mean, you're not going to be able to do the mouth, because if you do this, the original deformers, the way they work is that they deform your drawing as a whole. Like, imagine that your drawing is just like one big square page of paper. This is basically what the deformer is trying to deform. So if you try to take it, it really doesn't behave well. I mean, the effect is kind of cool, but I don't think that was the intended intention. So that's with the bone, and if I tried to do that with the curve, I would get the same nightmare going on, like either envelope or envelope curve or whatever. It would just do like crazy stuff. Then again, cool, but not the intention we have. So how are the shape-aware deformer different? It's because the shape-aware, like their name says, are aware of the shape of your drawing. So for example, if I have a negative space, like the mouth over here, if I use the new shape-aware deformer, which can be found into the tool properties, so by clicking on your little hammer here, you're gonna find the different types of deformer in your tool properties, you know, bone, curve, envelope, gaming, freeform, and shape-aware. So if I click on my shape-aware deformer, it will allow me to click and create these little dots. These dots alone are already pretty cool to animate, so I'm going to take my transform tool and just try to move them. You can see that they are behaving quite better with this complex image than the OG deformers did. But that's not all, okay? So what you can actually do is, instead of just using the points, you can also kind of connect these points together to create skeletons or cages, okay? So if I take my rigging tool, shape-aware deformer, if I go here, you're going to see we have bones and we have cage. So I'm going to show you the bones first. So I'm going to click on this. Creating the shape-aware deformer is not easy at first, okay? It's going to take some getting used to, I think. At least it did for me. Maybe it's going to be made more intuitive in the future. I don't know. But at the moment, you need to click there. And then you're going to click, click, click. And you're going to build like the first kind of line of your skeleton. Then if you want to add a stick that starts from this dot, like not the one you had here, like this one, you need to like unclick and then click again on the bone, and then you click on this dot and then you continue. Okay, so you really need to like unclick and then re-click this icon, because if you don't, I'm gonna show you what happened. If I just like create it from there to there, and then I tried to click here to start from there and then go there, not gonna work, okay? So you really need to kind of like cancel and then press again and then continue, okay? This is kind of dubious at best, okay? I'll be kind, it is kind of dubious, okay? But it doesn't mean that the tool like, is unusable. Like it's still freaking amazing, okay? And then if I go get my transform tool, right away, I didn't put much effort. I just put some stupid sticks in a dragon head. So if you take more than 2 seconds to actually like place the bones at the right spot, for me, I just did this very simple shape. Then if you try to move them, you're gonna have a very nice fluid way to move your drawing. These points can be animated with the transform tool, of course, so that means that you can use the control selection mode as well as the mixed manipulation mode to be able to select multiple points at the same time and move them. So that means that if you draw just one drawing, you can have so much possibilities of animation. Of course, if you're doing something with a silhouette like this, it's going to be pretty easy to use to make some very nice animation. So if I show you here what we did for this test, for Bad at Being Good, the animation project I'm working on with my friends, you see here, we were able to, with one little drawing, animate this cool, like, silhouette dragon head, like this. Of course, we put a lot of compositing into it because we're trying to get something cool, but yeah. So just with one drawing, we're gonna be able to animate those. Okay, but aside from like cool dragon head silhouettes, like why would we use this? I don't think it belongs into a rig. It's more, I think it's gonna be more useful if you just use it like on its own. So I'm gonna show you here with like a new scene. If I draw like a character, so I'm gonna draw a cool stick dude, like this. If this is my beautiful character, you could use these bones to create like the body of your character. Like this. And then of course you have to click again and create these. So basically you would have one really nice drawing of a character and you would be able to make them to work. So if you have a very nice drawing of a character in a crowd, like you have a bunch of people in a crowd, instead of having to rig them or animate them frame by frame, you can just give them a little movement like this, because this is going to work with a very nice drawing as well, not just a little stick man. So this is insane in terms of productivity of what you can do. Dude, I can even turn that dude into a horse. Look at him, look at him go. So little disclaimer, if you're using a very sketchy way to draw, like there's a lot of holes in the sketch, sometimes this tool will work less great, because like we said, the shapewear deformer uses like negative space a lot to calculate. So if your drawing is very like sketchy with lots of holes, sometimes it might be a bit harder to calculate. I don't know, you'll figure it out. Yeah, but aside from that, it's a very useful tool. So for the bones, like I said, you just put them into the character. But the last cool thing I want to show is that you can also mix and match these different kinds of shape-aware deformer. So if I draw like a character that has like a big body, like I'm gonna draw this with a tail and a head and legs. Perfect. If this is my beautiful character and I want to use the shape-aware deformer on it, I could use maybe bones for the head. I could use a cage for the body. But the thing to know with the cage is that it's better if you put the points like outside of the shape as most as you can, not like through the shape, because it's supposed to like surround the shape in a way. And then you can attach bones to it if you want. You can even attach like bones, to the cage. So that's pretty cool. And then if I want to animate it, then I can use the cage to move like the body, can use the bones on the leg. So if you have like one drawing that you want to animate, this is so cool. I think that for a hand-drawn animator specifically, this is the dream. This is toddler level of rigging. You can just take your drawing and put silly sticks in them and cages to make them move, okay? Okay, and that being said, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again next week for more videos. Goodbye!